I'm Sora Bitacha. I'm the director in charge of partnership and NGO coordination, County Government of Isiolo. We are here today with partner PACIDA NGO. This is a local organization operating in Isiolo County, supporting activities relating to humanitarian actions and humanitarian activities within the county, and of course other development programs. But purely today we were here because in situations where disasters strike, often not only as a county but even nationally and globally, we are more of in responding to disaster situations than being radical in how best we can be able to prevent a situation. So there's a concept in disaster response situations called anticipatory humanitarian action. This simply means you don't wait and see disaster strikes. So what is this that you could be able to do before disaster strikes to minimize the impact of that disaster? An example is if you know drought is coming or livestock diseases. So what is this, those interventions, the anticipatory activity or interventions that you could be able to handle or do to minimize impact? Not only waiting until a disaster strikes, then you rush to do responses when livelihoods, damages are already done. So today we were with a number of organizations, partner organizations, but this particular meeting was convened by PACIDA as an organization, but World Food Program, WHH, Master Corps, FCDC, and all these other organizations were actually present with county directors, relevant county directors in the key sectors of health, livestock, agriculture, water and environment and social service, together with those partners at the national level, the Kenya Meteorological Department, WARMA, National Drought Management Authority. We were able to come together, put up our minds on how best we can be able to develop a county anticipatory action plan, a blueprint that will be ready in the event before disaster strikes. If we get that trigger, shocks, using the scientific knowledge from the Kenya Meteorological Department and other related institutions, what is this that we can be able to do before disaster strikes? Talk of flooding. Like recently in the last season here in Isiolo, we know what happened. If we should have had an anticipatory action plans specifically for, let's say, flooding, we shouldn't have experienced what we experienced. So this is what the county government, together with the national government, the Office of the County Commissioner, NDMA, and the security team are putting up to see how best we'll be ready for any eventualities before disaster strikes and it brings a catastrophic situation within our county and into our people. So this is what the forum was all about today. We were able to establish an anticipatory action technical working group comprising of all the institutions I've mentioned today who are part of this forum today, and see how best we can now present this list to the county steering group for adoption, so that we, going forward, will be able to start resource funding within our partners at the national level of the county, so that we'll have a pool of funding for an anticipatory action plan to be activated once we receive the trigger. In that situation, whether drought, whether there is a slow onset or rapid onset disasters, we will say as Isiolo County we will be ready and we'll be able to put those measures in place before disaster strikes.